We're going to look into love specifically in a little bit, but I feel like for a lot of you who are dealing with earth signs, there are some third party energies, mixed in with this relationship that might make it difficult. Potentially the third party is a water sign, okay? Or you might be the third party, or the other woman, or the Mr. or the Mrs. might be a water sign. But anyways, let's pull out your 3 cards for the advice and see what's going on here. So keep in mind that, I try to keep this general, and then the next section is specifically for love, but whatever comes in, that's what I'm going to gear my reading towards, okay? So these are advice cards. So these are just basically the advice cards straight across, and we're going to go over them last. So let's look at the 4 clusters, the 4 main information that they want to give you in terms of the energy for this month. So, depending on how I feel, I might do this for the mid-month reading too. But I like the Celtic Cross spread for the mid-month. And a lot of people seem to enjoy that spread with that deck. So I don't mind doing that. It's just the 10-card spread was very energetically draining. Okay, anyways, let's go into your reading. So first of all, this deals with work environment. And the Pentacles, I pick up work, and this is like the riffraff surrounding the work environment. First of all, whatever you put in on the work environment is what you're going to get out. And this indicates to me a lot of new projects, new clients, people vying for your attention. If you're in a crafts, special trade crafts type of work situation where you take on clients or you do commission work, I feel that you're kind of like the master of your field. You're kind of like the master within that guild, that department, or whatever it is, because people are coming to you asking for advice, asking for your inputs. So I do feel that you are somewhat on a very good, like, pinnacle point of your career, and you're being sought after for the skills that you bring to the table, okay? For others of you working in a client basis, there might be some communication that could be potentially jarring coming through, and you might hit some roadblocks with these clients, or based on the way that they demand that you work. They might have specifications about how they want the work to be carried out, and you're trying to streamline the process. And I feel like it's too many cooks in the kitchen where everyone is giving their own version of what they think is best. So I feel that you can tune them out, because the 5 of Wands is generally a very young energy. You know what you're doing. You've been doing it for quite some time. It seems as if you can even say, I've been doing it since you were in diapers, because you've got these things as a testament to your skills. So let them fight amongst themselves and just, go about your own way, because you obviously know what you're doing, okay? Finances looks very stable, very, very good, all right? So keep at it, and this is where you should devote your energy. So the next cluster that we are dealing with here is the 4 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. And this is what I'm feeling here. I feel that the universe is telling you that Sagittarius, there is some major investment that you can do down the line. The time of it is probably in April, it's not right now, okay? So try to save your money. If you have people coming in telling you, we want you to invest your hard-earned money, money that you've racked up, money that you've worked really hard for, into this startup that is going to benefit all of us. You want to be very careful about this and not make a move until April. I feel like after April, after October as well, I feel that things will be a lot better. So it's important for you to hang on to your financial resources. It is really important for you to keep your if you have plans like investment opportunities and things like that, or if you are actively investing your money, I feel that it would be in your best interest to keep everything close to your chest, not review your cards right now, and wait for a better time, or at least, see how it pans out first before you decide to invest even more resources, or before you decide to cut your losses. So everything takes a little bit more time, and I feel like in April, something is going to pay dividends, okay? Money is coming in large sums in April, and I feel like April is the time to make big purchases, to release, the freeze on your bank account. If you're dealing with specifically some type of a banking account freeze, I don't know why, but that came through. So you might want to, it will clear up for you, but it's going to be April. So the Wheel of Fortune, not to downplay the importance of the Wheel of Fortune, it is a major arcana card, so it indicates some drastic turnaround happening for you. It's going to clear up a lot of blockages that you've been feeling on the financial front. It is also going to open up new paths for you, okay? But I feel like April is when this thing kind of inches forward and bursts forth. And then after that April timeframe, things are going to flow very smoothly. So whatever blockages that you're encountering now, and you don't feel like there isn't, you feel as if there is no end in sight, it is going to get broken through by the beginning of April. All right, so hold on tight, Sagittarius. In terms of your emotional growth, spiritual growth, and I feel like, your general emotional state, you're in a really, really good frame of mind right now. So, first of all, we have the star, and the star indicates a lot of healing, a lot of overcoming situations where you were dealing with people who were constantly attacking you. They were questioning your credibility. They were questioning your contribution to a specific environment. If it's a work situation, they are being weaned out of your work environment. So I feel like you are going to get recognition. You are going to get as well that sense of that sense of satisfaction. Excuse me, that sense of satisfaction that wow, all the people I've had troubles with, they're leaving. So I feel like some heavy major obstacles are being lifted in terms of other people right now. In terms of work projects, investment, payouts, and things like that, not yet. But in terms of people leaving your workplace and you feeling quite good and smug and kind of like the owner in your domain, I feel that things are looking really good. You feel comfortable in your own skin. You feel comfortable in the work environment. Whatever contentious problems you've had to deal with when it comes to people dumping their emotional baggage on you, I feel like all of that is being swept away. So this is a mental, spiritual clearing. It's a cleansing. It's a healing process. For those of you who are going through some type of physical therapy, some type of treatment where you're doing some monotonous activity over and over again, for therapy, for specifically physical therapy, it is going to start to show results. Okay, I see some healing, some breakthrough coming through. I also feel like if you are seeking holistic healing from a holistic health practitioner, it is going to be very beneficial for you, and it is a really good time to seek that out for this month, because you are going to hit the right person and you are going to get to see rapid results. Okay, so seek some holistic healing if that's something that is needed for you. I feel as well, I want to say this: if you are dealing with people who drain you emotionally, it's a good time for you to seek a mental health specialist. And a lot of the times, mental health specialists, if you think about a therapist, a psychiatrist, it has a negative connotation, and I don't think it should. But sometimes you need a third impartial party to bounce ideas off of. Sometimes you need advice, and that's what they're there for, and they're trained in their field. They're not judgmental. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, and you feel as if you're a bubble, and you feel like you have all these locked up feelings inside you and you're about to burst, well, it is a good time for you to seek some type of mental health release. They can teach you coping skills. They can also put things in perspective for you. So I'm going to say this: if you find yourself consulting tarot readers, many tarot readers, I feel like what actually would be good for you is to seek some advice from a mental health specialist, because they can put things in perspective for you. So I feel like if you're consulting over and over and over and over again, it might be a situation where there is a universal truth out there that you're not ready yet to accept, okay? And doing that over and over again is not going to serve any purpose, but to get you more confused. So I did mention, energy interference and blockages. So I feel like maybe you need somebody to help you process dealing with grief, dealing with disappointment, and things like that. So maybe going on to traditional medicine would be better for you, where you are dealing with more of a mental health consultant, okay? So it would be more beneficial for you to see somebody that can teach you some coping skills when you are dealing with disappointment, or you're trying to break away from toxic relationships and you don't know how. I feel like it would be very good for you. But I also feel Reiki treatments and healings and things like that would also be good. So you can pick, more of the spiritual route or more of the traditional medicine route. Either way, you're getting healing, and that's all that's important, right? Like, that's really important. So the last cluster that we're dealing with, let me see if there's anything else from the Nine of Cups. Excuse me. Um, okay, so let's see this last cluster here. What we have here is the Fool and the Queen of Cups. I feel that for a lot of you, there have been a lot of restrictions in the past. You are dealing with the Saturn transit right now. These restrictions are coming in not to aggravate you, but they're forcing you. Where have you not been, I guess, proactive about letting go of situations? Who are you still clinging on to? What are you still clinging on to? And how is that deterring you, preventing you from living the life that you want? How has that deterred you or prevented you from forging ahead with less baggage, emotional baggage, physical baggage? How have those things, people, how has clinging on to those things or people been hindering your life? Okay, so these are things I feel like you need to really address, because I sense that a lot of you might have, I feel like might have trouble letting go of disappointment, grief, even like, I feel rejection as well, but I don't feel it as much as disappointment. Disappointment, I feel, is really coming in very strongly. Dealing with dealing with blockages and dealing with situations where you feel like it should have taken off by now. Why am I still waiting? Why am I still in limbo? So I feel like it would be better for you to think about where or who are you giving your power away, and how are you not able to move on with a clean slate? Okay, what are you still emotionally invested in, where you are preventing yourself from moving on with a clean slate? So these are important things that you need to address. I feel that for a lot of you, there is a water sign that is blocking your progress, okay? And this might be intentional or unintentional, but the water sign is Aquarius. Excuse me, I'm so all over the place. Okay, so it is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, not Aquarius. Excuse me. So there is a water sign kind of blocking your progress. And I feel like I feel like their presence is very, very strong in your life. They are a source of support, but I feel like if you're not able to make decisions on your own and you're constantly coming to them for support, I feel that it can be a blessing, but and a curse as well, because they might be a crutch in your life. They might be that security blanket, okay? At the same time, there might be, in any situation, you might have very strong emotional ties to this person, to a certain outcome regarding this person, to the way that you both come together and work together as a unit, and you might not be able to break away from it. I also feel some dependency issues that is allowing you to, it's not allowing you to travel and to move on with your life. So this is potentially two people needing one another, and needing one another and not being able to do things independently. So I feel some blockages with a water sign that is preventing you coming in for, like a new lease on life. Okay, so I feel some obstacles in the way coming through as another person. In terms of the advice here, what we have is this. First of all, we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a relationship card. It is karmic. I would say, like, this is the twin flame energy, but what I'm feeling more than anything is a lot of you are caught in a situation where you feel as if you found the one. And I feel that you're having trouble letting it go. And I feel like it has brought you a lot of grief, a lot of strife, a lot of you're dealing with disappointment, and this person has caused a lot of negative like feelings. They bring, they usually when it's a soul connection, they bring a lot of stability. But I feel like it can also bring in a lot of dependency issues. And it can also bring about a lot of disappointment and self doubt. If it's the wrong person, it definitely will bring in disappointment and self doubt. And I feel like a lot of you are walking away from this, or at least trying to walk away from this, but you're not empowered, and you feel as if you're making the wrong decision. So I feel like you want guidance and you're seeking guidance, but you don't trust the guidance that's coming through. So I feel like you are emotionally invested in the outcome of a situation. You've invested so much of your time and your resources and your emotions. And it's sort of like these initial sunk costs cannot be recouped. And as a result of it, you're still heading down the same path because you want that emotional outcome. Okay, that really, that person, that relationship, that situation, because you sunk too much investment in it. And my advice here is that it's bringing you a lot of stress, a lot of grief. So you have to let it go. You don't really have a choice. Focusing your attention, on the other hand, on finances, on work situations, on other areas of your life that are not bringing you strife and strain and stress is going to be required of you. Focusing on how you can better your life, how you can create a better financial future for yourself, that's where you're supposed to divert your energy, okay? So rather than pining for situations that are not really help working right now, take a break from it. You can come back to it later, but I feel even if you were to go back to it, it's still going to be the same theme. So I feel like, why don't we steer away from this? Why don't we steer away from this disappointment, sleepless nights, anger, frustration as well, and focus on something that we can build that has value. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is a very, very good card because not only is it finance related, it's about empowerment. It's about the universe conjuring up something to give to you that has physical financial value, but it's also going to create a new path for yourself that you can walk down towards, okay? So it's opening up a new portal, a new door to your future. So it has a lot of potential, it has a lot of possibilities, and it is really good for you. So steer yourself away from this and walk into a new situation. Aim for the new, I feel like, is the advice here, okay? You're going to be a lot more happier, Sagittarius, if you chart new territory, if you expand and get out from this energy and also expand your consciousness, your physical location, your geographical location. If you seek new adventures, new ways of doing, new avenues, you are going to be very happy. What I feel is a lot of the blockages that is coming through for you is fear-based. And I feel that once again, financial situations the clearing up time will be April. And the other aspect here is you have new income generating revenue streams coming through, new job opportunities. There might be relocation as a result of these new jobs, and you might be hesitant about taking the new job because you might have to leave some people behind. But I feel that no matter what, the advice here is to go ahead with this because you are going to be very, very emotionally happy. Okay, so let's move on ahead with I feel also one last thing, sorry, I'm like really scattered because I've been doing 12 signs straight and I'm a little bit sleepy. So I feel like some contracts might be signed regarding work or investment opportunities. If you can wait, do it in April. If you cannot wait, sign it because it looks to me to be very fruitful. But I feel a lot of you are dragging your feet, okay? So I hope the advice is helpful. So let's talk about the love situation. And this is specifically romantic love and relationships, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry for the, I feel a little bit disconnected. So this is the last reading I'm going to be doing for the day. and hopefully they will all be uploaded so that you guys can see what's in store for you. Yeah, so the universe is forcing you kind of to go with the new here, Sagittarius. You're going to have to branch out, okay, and do something new, because you're hitting blockages. If it's the same old and it's not going anywhere, you're hitting some blockages here, Sagittarius. First of all, we have the Three of Cups. This is a card about social dating. This is a card about making connections and expanding your social circle and going out and having a very, very good time celebrating with like-minded people. Once again, if it's showing up in the middle of the spread, it is urging you to get out and date, okay? What's crowning you here is the work card. The work card is the Seven of Pentacles. Once again, this is work, using work as a distraction, or you have something that you've invested a great deal of time in and you're waiting for the harvest. And in the meantime, if you're waiting for it, the dating potential, other dating prospects are going to pass you by and slip away from your fingers, okay? The advice here is to go socially date, mainly because you are exhibiting the energy of the Empress. And male or female, it doesn't matter. This is a card about attraction. This is a card about being so desirable that everyone turns their head when you walk in the room to get second, third looks at you. And it's also a situation where you are going to be able to attract a lot of people your way. And it's also about fertility as well. So, be careful of unplanned pregnancies if you're out there casually dating, or even just unplanned pregnancy in general. Be careful about this, because this is a very fertile woman, very fertile energy. And also for male Sagittarians, be careful about impregnating other people as well, because you're a fire sign, you're extremely fertile. So, and you're extremely, it's like what is that, like you're just very fertile, okay? So just be careful, male or female. Protect yourself and your partner accordingly. What I feel is the foundation here, we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And because it's showing up as a king energy, this is somebody who is very, very finance focused, who is very status conscious, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, you are encountering somebody that blows your mind, that just they seem like the Mr. Right. They are very stable, they have a good future, they have a good foundation. But I feel like if you are already dating this person, there's another party in the mix, possibly a wife figure, because the Empress is a mother figure, and it deals with the threesome energy here, and it deals with some disappointment, not getting what you want, investing a great deal of time and emotions in a relationship, and waiting for somebody to come around. So the advice here is break away from that waiting trap, and you have to date in order for you to land somebody who is similarly just as perfect, okay? For those of you who are like in committed relationships, I feel a very strong earth sign, but overall, regardless of who you're in a committed relationship with, I feel the process of somebody stepping up in order to move the relationship along in a way that is very favorable for you. If you have been like kind of dissatisfied with your partner because they're not pulling their share of the weight, I feel like they're coming across and they're coming in, they're stepping up to the plate with some concrete plans, with something tangible, and they're going to be able to carry their weight or carry half of their weight in the relationship. If you have a relationship partner that you are also financially linked up with for whatever reason, even an ex, I do sense that there is going to be a harmonious working environment or relationship geared towards mutual advancement and things like that, okay? For those of you who are single, who are just dating, you are going to be so well received. I feel like every time you go out, you get an offer, because you're exhibiting the qualities of an empress, and you're very, very attractive. You're very desirable, and people want to be around you, and they really like how stable you are and the energies that you exude. For those of you who are single, there is a very strong earth sign that is very fascinated by you. I'm going to say this. If you are dating, casually dating an earth sign, they're very much caught up with work, so you might not get communication instantly from them. They are interested, and either way, if you're single and dating, there is a very strong earth sign circulating around you, okay? And it's a king energy, so you can't really go wrong with this person. So once again, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos. So Sagittarius, excuse me, I keep saying Aquarius for every single video, and I'm very sorry about that. But I feel very strongly March is kind of like the gateway. It's the springtime, things are happening, and love is trying to come in for you. And it's really important for you to get out and expand your social networks, get out and date, party, mingle, go out and socialize. Don't use work as a distraction. And especially the work situation is going so well, it can basically take care of itself. And you will be okay taking some time off to casually date. You have several options coming through for you, but I feel like you might have you're fixated on somebody and you're hitting some lull in communications or in the commitment level with that person. But either way, dating life, love life looks very, very good. There is plenty of love like coming through, date nights coming through for those of you who are coupled, okay? So I feel like some relationship partner is stepping up to the plate and is giving you what you want and what you deserve. And I feel the energy is really it's amazing. It looks to me to be amazing. All right, single or couple, you are in it for a very romantic month. Okay,